Thrand here, and as promised, we're back with the Ewart Park leaf-shaped blade. This is an early British Bronze Age sword, and then we have the Wilberton. The Wilburton also is an early British Bronze Age sword. This specific design was sent to us first by Neil Burridge. He's the master bronze smith that makes these blades, or soft metal smith. He's been doing it for years. The work is, exact. It's almost exactly as if you'd found it back in the day. You could tell by looking at it that they're different swords. We had someone who was actually stating that this was an Ewart Park that we tested. And this one here clearly is an Ewart Park, and if you put them side by side, you can tell there's a massive difference. If you were to look at the front of them, this has a much thicker spine. The Wilburton has a very thick spine, and then over here we have our Ewart Park, which is a much broader leaf-shaped blade, more of a leaf-shaped blade, and it's got a much thinner spine in the actual back. If you look, they both have a cross-section, so to speak, because it's a raised ridge spine, which helps aid in them being bronze and not bending as easy, because bronze can always bend. Both of them are equally sharp. He actually hammers the edge. You can see the hammer line to help harden the edge. The blades are also hammered after they're cast. That actually hardens the blades as well. As we've found from use with actual bronze, they get tougher as you use them. If they bend a little bit, bend back, and bend a little bit, bend back slightly, they actually get stronger. The thing is, if you over-hammer them or over-harden them, because it's a coal-work metal, it becomes more crystalline, according to what we've been told by Neil Burridge from his work. And I can surely probably believe that. They become more brittle. So you can't overdo it, or therefore it would just, you'd have chips coming out of the blade, and the blade wouldn't bend. It would probably break on you, which bronze has been known to break as well. The edge, like I said, on both these swords, that's one of the things that's not a big difference. It's done in the exact same manner, and they're both equally sharp. They're razor sharp. You could dang near shave with them. As we've done in our testing, we've proven the edges are sharp. And one of the differences that you will notice with cutting them, both of these are set up in a method that can be used for casting. When I say a cast blow. And notice he made this a little more oval shape back here for me, so if I want to cast it out, it makes it easier. And he left a ricasso, which is a little area where I put my finger over this design here, on both of them. So if I do that, that allows a little bit more ability to reach out. And with this little indentation here, you can even use it for thrusting and kind of use it in that kind of method if you want. But both of them are pretty much equal thrusters. I haven't actually tested them, but I'm looking at the actual shape. The ridge shouldn't make that very much big of a difference on that, and they're both the exact same taper. If you look at them, that blade geometry is about the same. But if you look at these, we've got a lot broader blade here and a lot thinner spine, like I said, and this is thicker, and the blade is not as broad, the way the metal's distributed. So what we discovered is when we cut with the Wilburton, it was able to cut impressively well because of the sharp edge, but the spine did pose some problems. It left a more, when we cut through our rolled wet newspaper, we ended up getting more tearing at the back, which is, it's understandable. And that's what you're going to get when you have a thicker spine. That's just what happens. It causes more drag on the actual fibrous material, whether it's tatami or whether it's paper, and it's going to cause more of a frayed edge at the back as you go through. Also, another thing that you'll notice, this one has much cleaner cuts when we cut through the tatami with it. It's clean. It is, it's much better. We did the exact same cuts with both of them, and that's what we had noticed, and that just stands to reason that's the way it works. Also, if you were to chop into, let's say, a skull or something hard, the thinner spine and broader blade to make up for the thinner spine would go much deeper into the skull, whereas this one might stop if the big broad spine hits. It's going to have to actually crack through at a certain point if the slice is going in and it's not as broad a blade. This is a broader blade, so it'll go in much deeper because of the broader blade, and then it won't hang up as much because of the actual thinner spine. But as for both of them, this one feels a lot more advanced. I know that Neil himself prefers the Ewart Park. That's his favorite sword, from what I understand. That's the one he's the most adept at making, what a lot of people say. I don't know if he said that, but he loves it. This is his favorite sword. The other one, he liked the Wilberton, but he wanted to test it out and see, since it's a predecessor to the Ewart Park, if there was any difference. He wanted to find out. And of course, I'm pretty sure he saw some differences as well, because I told him that. Yeah, it's a great sword, but it tends to be a little thicker in the center, which does affect that ability for it to go through stuff and slicing clean through, where the actual Ewart Park is more advanced in the point where I believe it's better at slicing, and it has a broader area of percussion here. If you look at this area, you can see the difference. This one, you can see here is probably the point. This one's a little further back, but it also pretty much covers up to the same area. So you have a broader point of percussion for cutting. You have about the same taper for thrusting and a thinner spine but a broader edge. So in my opinion, I think that the actual Ewart Park is not superior, but it is definitely an upgrade from the Wilburton design, if you actually look at them. But clearly side by side, because we had some arguments online, we were not mistaken, neither was Neil Burridge. This is a different sword, a different blade geometry, and a different shape. It was an earlier design. If I'm not mistaken, this is kept in Scotland on display, the one that they actually found of Wilberton. And the Ewart Park is a totally later design, later Bronze Age design. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed our presentation, and I hope you could see the differences that there actually is in the blades, because blade geometry, although the edges are the same, does make a very big difference. It changes a lot of the actual cutting ability and how it cuts, but both equally, I mean, I wouldn't want to get hit with either one. I'm pretty sure they would pretty much lob your arm off or kill you, possibly. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Thank you, Neil Burridge, for giving us these fine blades to test out. We'll come back and maybe do some more videos with these exact same blades and test them out more fully. But up to this point, those are the main differences that we have actually found between them. So, farewell.
Hey, this is Elgar. We hope you enjoyed this episode as much as we enjoyed making it. And I hope that you noticed the differences between the Ewart Park and the Wilburton swords, because I know I certainly did. If you want more content from YouTube channel Thrand, be sure to click down below on that subscribe button, and you'll get email updates for any of our new content. And if you want more content, be sure to check out my channel. That's YouTube channel Lord Elgrimer. That's where I do some behind the scenes discussions about all things concerning Thrand channel, and also I discuss some points on anthropology and history, and just really all the things that interest me that we don't get to do on the Thrand channel. So definitely swing on through and subscribe to my channel. That's Lord Elgrimer channel, and you'll get to see some behind the scenes content that you don't normally get to see here. Also, you can go by Facebook and you can like our page there. That is Thrand and Elgrimer's Well of Remembrance. That's our like page on Facebook. There's a lot of really great content there. Definitely go by and check that out. You can find another page on Facebook that's our closed group. You should go into the search engine in Facebook and type in Thrand YouTube Boat Crew. That is our closed group, and there we have a great community of people who get together and talk about all things concerning living history, anthropology, you name it, brewing, fletching, archery, guns, all kinds of military history. You just got to check it out. Lots of great people there. If you got any questions, either Thrand or myself can help you out, or if we don't know the answer, there's always an artisan or an academic there who would be very happy to give you some insight into any of your historical questions. If you want to help us grow our channel, you can always go by www.patreon.com/Thrand. That's our donation site. That's where you send us your financial donations, and those donations go to a lot of use. As you can see, we buy lighting kits and green screens and materials for ballistics gel heads, other test materials and things that keep this channel going. So definitely be sure to go by there and do your donations there. Also, you don't necessarily have to donate through Patreon. You can donate over at Thrand@yahoo.com. That's our PayPal ID. So go to PayPal, type in Thrand@yahoo.com, and you can make a one-time donation that doesn't draw off of your card monthly. It's a good way to do that. You can also send an email to that same address at Yahoo and tell us if you have any items that you'd like for us to test. We accept items from craftsmen and vendors alike. So if you're a smith and you make your own weapons and armor, be sure to shoot us an email and tell us what you'd like to send us and how you'd like us to test it. We'll definitely do that for you. If you're a vendor and you want to hook up with us and send us your items out of your catalog for us to test out and use on our channel, we'd be happy to do that as well. And I guess that's about it, guys. Stick around for more content. Hopefully we'll get some more Neil Burridge Bronze Age weapons. I'm really looking forward to trying out some of his other blade designs, and I'm sure Thrand is too, and I bet everybody's very excited about our upcoming medieval shop videos. Lots of great swords. The boats are going great on that, guys. Keep them coming in on that video. Thank you again for watching, and farewell, everyone. Stay tuned for more.